And I think we're ready to go. So again, welcome everybody to Tai Chi for Health. This is a class where we use the movements of Tai Chi and Qigong, two Chinese exercise systems, and the principles of Tai Chi, which is a martial art, to improve our health. We can improve our flexibility, our muscle tone, our balance, our mood, and hopefully have a little bit of fun along the way. You'll need a little space around you because we're going to take a step or two in each direction. If you have any small animals, maybe keep them out of the room, because I have one and only one rule, and that is don't fall down. So if you need to support yourself during any movement, or even if you want to sit for the entire class or a portion of the class, that's fine. Just move what you can move and always stay in your comfort zone. Because in Tai Chi, there's nothing to do with no pain, no gain. You're supposed to move to the limit of your flexibility in comfort. As you get more and more experience, you can move more, but you never push it, because the worst thing you can do is hurt yourself. So you don't want to exercise anymore. So with that being said, we're going to get started. So we're going to first bring our feet as close together as comfortable, bring our hands to our lower abdomen, and we're going to breathe. We're going to inhale and exhale. And I want you to try to breathe using the diaphragm, so your belly expands as you inhale, gets a little smaller as you exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now, if my prompting you how to breathe bothers you, just breathe normally. But what we're trying to do, inhale, stimulate the vagus nerve so that we can turn on our parasympathetic nervous system. Exhale. This time we want you to hold the breath at the top just for a moment. Inhale. And now let it out with an audible sigh. Ah. You might actually feel your shoulders drop as you relax. And we're going to start moving our joints. We're going to inhale and exhale, arms moving up as if we're a flying bird. Now we're going to bring our arms all the way up top, and then slowly, slowly down in front. We're going to step out to the side. Our feet are now shoulder width apart. And as we inhale, our hands float up chest high. And as we exhale, they gently float down. So this is a Tai Chi movement called Open the Door. I mentioned that we're using the principles of Tai Chi, which I boil down to moving slowly and smoothly and continuously, with a consciousness of our weight transfer from foot to foot. We'll go more into that later. But now as we open the door, I want you to just feel the air between your fingers. Try to sense what your body is feeling. We're not going to modify this movement. Our hands come up, turn the palms up as we reach toward the ceiling, and now gently come down. The Qigong movement called Support the Heavens Like a Pillar. So as we inhale, our hands come up, we reach, and as we exhale, they come down. We do a little bit of a softening of the waist and knees, a little mini squat. So we're lubricating our joints, our shoulder joints, our wrists, our elbows, and now our knees and our waist. Now we're going to modify this movement. Hands come up part way, but now one hand goes up and the other goes down. We inhale and we exhale. I want you to visualize that there's a cable running through your spine, and as the hands separate, they're stretching that cable, actually making you a little bit taller. Now, if you want, you can lean to the side a little bit as we stretch the spine. Now we're shifting our weight from one foot to the other foot. I want you to think about how that weight is moving. Now we're going to reach to the side, twisting the body just a little bit. This is the Qigong movement called the dragon spreads its wings. So now we're twisting the spine a little bit. First we were stretching it, then we were leaning side to side, and now we're twisting it side to side, lubricating the joints. We're going to keep our arms in front of us now as we swing the dragon's tail. Now we're going to stretch the tail. So we're going to reach up to the side as if there was a wall next to us. Now we're going to bring our back foot out. Just tap it gently. So this is beginning our balance exercises and also widening the hip joint. Let's do one more set. And now we're going to do a little bit of swinging. First thing we're going to do is we're going to lift the moon. So we're going to take the moon in this hand and just raise it up to the sky. The hand floats across as the other hand raises the moon. This is another way of doing a spine twisting exercise. So if you don't like dragons, you can lift the moon. And now we're going to gaze at the moon. So both hands come up as we look up. So now we're turning the head, lubricating the neck, which is a very complex joint. Then we're going to go back to swinging. We're going to come back to swinging, but now we're going to step in a couple of different directions. So first we're going to step out to that corner and push up and away. This is the Tai Chi movement called push-pull, or more often, push the mountain. To coordinate the breath, you inhale as you come back. You exhale as you push forward. We're going to do a few more movements in this direction. First, we're going to take our palms, put them together, reach out, and then sort of do the best breaststroke back. The Qigong movement, parting the clouds. Now we're going to do that movement and then reverse direction. So we're going to bring the back of our hands together and now scoop downward. And this is the Qigong movement. The mama bear gathers her cubs. Now we're going to do a different movement. We're going to come forward, cross our wrists, raise our hands to the sky as we look up, come back as we straighten the leg and look down, doing a little bow or curtsy. So we inhale as we come up, exhale as we come down. This is the Qigong movement, the butterfly, sort of tracing the wings of a butterfly. going to sit back. We're going to go to the other side, and hopefully I'll remember all the movements we did on that side to do on this side. So we're going to step out and push the mountain. Now we're going to part the clouds. So as we're moving slowly and smoothly, I want you to think every once in a while about how you're breathing, making sure you're still breathing from the diaphragm. Now we're going to bring the back of our hands together as we gather those baby cubs. Now we're going to look at the Lepidoptera. We're going to do our butterfly. So we're going to come forward, look up, come backward, look down. Now I sort of like to raise my toes as I come down, doing a hamstring stretch, but that's not a requirement of the butterfly. It's just the way I tend to do it. We're going to sit back. We're going to hug a big tree. We're going to inhale, the hands float out. Exhale, they float down. We're going to bring the back of our hands together now. Inhale as the hands come up. Exhale as they gently float down. Now we're doing a little bit more of a squat as we do this. This is the Qigong movement, the fountain. Now we're going to reverse direction, bring their hands pointing downward as we do the waterfall. Now we're going to point our fingertips up, go all the way up as we do the Qigong movement, silk reeling. We've got a lot of twisting in our arms at this point. So another kind of movement that those joints can do. Let's do one more. Now we're going to sync the chi. So we're going to inhale, bring our hands back toward our heart, and then slowly push down. We're going to go back to some swinging. We're going to do some balance movements. First one we're going to do is we're going to play guitar. So we're going to bring our heel out and bring it back. Now the other heel out. Now we're going to bring the heel out with one hand over the foot. Now the other hand over the other foot. Now both hands over the foot. One is at the elbow. This is play the pipa, which is the Chinese equivalent of an oud, I think, or a mandolin. It's usually called play guitar, though. Now we're going to go back to swinging. Let's do some more vociferous swinging before the next balance movement. So first we're going to paint the canvas. So our hands come down and then gently across. Again, we're moving slowly and smoothly as if there was a resistance in the air. We're going to go higher as we paint the rainbow. We're going to turn our palm upward as we trace the stars. do one more, and then we're going to go to the other side, do the same series of movements. So first we're going to paint the canvas. We're going to paint the rainbow. I mentioned before that you can make up almost any movement in modern Qigong, sometimes called Shibashi, which means modern. But now we're going to trace the stars. I have a funky wrist, so I notice this movement. Now we're just going to come back to swinging again. We're going to do a few more balance movements. The next one we're going to do, we're going to take one hand and bring it up in front of the face. Let's choose a hand, just one side at a time now. Now we're going to bring the foot in on the ball of the foot. This is a center step. Now we're going to raise the knee, if you can. If you can't, just leave it on the floor. It's okay. This is the Tai Chi movement called the Golden Rooster. Stands on one leg. But don't fall down. Now we're going to do the other side. So we start with the hand only. Now we're going to bring the foot in. Now we're going to raise the knee. Now we're going to, that's it. The Golden Rooster continues to stand in one leg and tries not to fall down. There we go. Okay, now we're going to go one step beyond the Golden Rooster. We're going to start by doing a Tai Chi movement called cross hands, but we're going to actually kick with our heel. We're now going to separate our hands. Now we're going to bring our foot in. Now we're going to raise our knee. We're going to point our knee where we want to kick. I'm going to kick over there. We're going to kick with our heel. And now we're going to separate our hands. So this is kick with heel. Doesn't matter how high you kick. As long as you don't fall down, you're good. Now we're going to do the other side. So we start by crossing our hands. I guess I put my separating the hands in the wrong place. We're going to bring our foot in. Now we're going to raise our knee. Now we're going to point the knee where we want to kick. Now we're going to kick with the heel. Now we're going to separate our hands, hopefully to get a little better balance when we kick. Okay, did not fall down. Step 2. Okay. I think we're ready to go a little bit higher. Right now we're on the ground, going side to side, kicking, and now we're going to go up into the sky. So we're going to take one hand up in front of the face, turn the palm out and bring it down. Switch hands to the other hand. This is the Qigong form of waving hands like clouds. So we're shifting our weight from side to side. I want you to be conscious of that weight shift. Also, I want you to think about how the hands are moving. Basically, we're moving the hands up and down and turning the torso so that they seem to move side to side. We're now going to finish the Tai Chi form of this movement by making a step sideways. So we're going to step as the hand moves across the face. And we're going to go back the other direction. So we step out, transfer the weight, bring the foot in. We can take 2 steps in the other direction now. And now back where we came from. So this is where I wanted to talk about the conscious transfer of the weight from side to side. As we walk in the winter, as it might snow again, and the ice is still left over from the last big snow, being able to put your foot down consciously, thoughtfully, before you transfer the weight to make sure it's stable on the ground is key to not falling down in the snow. Anyhow, we are now in the clouds, waving hands like clouds. We're going to do a few Tai Chi movements in this position. First, we're going to close our fists, making storm clouds. Now we're going to step out to the corner and look back over the back shoulder as we lunge. This is the Tai Chi movement called riding the tiger. It's the first of our tiger movements today. Let's do one more. I'm going to come back to the center now, and we're going to, before we go to the other side, we're going to do a related Qigong movement called the tiger hugs its head. We're going to have one fist above the head, the other at the belly. And we can make it a balance movement by lifting our foot. And we can look over that shoulder as we lift the foot. Make it similar to riding the tiger. Now we're going to go to the other side. Now we're going to raise that foot, look over that shoulder. Now we're going to step out to the opposite corner and ride the tiger. So we step, we look over the back shoulder. Our continuous stepping during the class is exercising your big muscles of the leg. So that's what helps with muscle tone. The stretching that we do, gentle stretching, helps with your mobility. I'm going to step back. We're going to sync the chi. And we're going to go back to the clouds for a few more Tai Chi movements. We're going to make a hook with this hand and strike out with the other hand. Turn the palm away. You can bring the foot in a center step and step out as we strike to get more force. And this is the Tai Chi movement called the single whip. Now, if we widen our stance and reverse our movement, we can do a related movement called the snake creeps through the grass. It's also sometimes called the downward single whip. Let's do one more. We're going to release the hook, go back to the clouds. We're going to go to the other side, do the same thing. So the other hand makes a hook, the other hand strikes out. Adding the foot, we bring the foot in, we step out. Now we're going to widen our stance. That's to help us give a little bit more of a squat, to get a little lower. But we're not trying to get any awards here for lowness of our snake creeping through the grass. We're just trying to keep moving. and not fall down. We're going to release the hook, go back to the clouds. And now that we're in the clouds, we're going to go a little higher. We're going to go to the moon. We already lifted the moon into the sky as we were warming up. We're now going to hold the moon, and we're going to shift it to the other side. Actually, we're going to widen our stance now. And we're going to squeeze the moon and do a little crunch at the same time. So tightening the abdominal muscles as we squeeze the moon. I'm going to come back into a normal position. We're going to now take the moon. We're going to raise the moon into the sky as the opposite hand moves down. This is the Tai Chi movement called parting the wild horse's mane. I visualize a wild horse running through the forest, getting nettles in its mane, and you're now combing out those branches and seeds, creating calm out of the chaos that was there before. To coordinate the breath, you inhale as you come back, exhale as you go forward. Now, this is a Tai Chi movement. You're actually grabbing someone and knocking them to the ground, but for us, it's just a relaxing movement. We're now going to go to the other side, do the same thing. So we're going to rotate the moon. We're going to step out. One hand rises up, the other goes down. And we're turning our torso a little bit. If you envision that we're actually knocking someone over your knee, that's the kind of movement we're trying to get. We're going to come back in. We're going to stay at the moon for a moment, and we're going to do another Tai Chi movement called the Fair Lady Works the Shuttle. So we're going to step in, now step out toward the corner. We rotate the moon and push. So when the hand is on the bottom, it's going to rise to the top, palm outward, blocking out the sun perhaps, deflecting up. The hand that was on the top is now pushing forward. So we're deflecting up and pushing an opponent. Now we're going to come back, go to the other side. So we rotate the moon, step out to the other corner, rotate and push. I like to actually step each time, but you don't have to. And then we're going to come back in. We're going to do a little swaying because I want to do another Tai Chi movement. We're going to leave our arms on one side, bring our opposite foot in. We're going to do a little dance. The hands are moving up and down and in and out as we do a little mini squat. Now we're going to step out to that corner, and the hands will do the same movement. So one comes down, ends up by the thigh. The one that was coming into the ear now is pushing forward. So this is deflect down and push, more often called brush knee and push. Let's do one more, and we're going to leave the arms on that side. We're going to do the same thing on the other side of the body. So first we do our little dance. Now we can step out, do the brush knee and push. So the shifting of weight, whether it's from side to side or now at an angle, is very important for not only strengthening the muscles, but also teaching the brain where our body is in space. So we improve our proprioception. And by doing the movements like this, we're connecting the brain and the body, creating new connections. I'm going to step back, sync the chi. Oh, I wanted to do a new tiger movement that I just learned this week. So we've already done the mama bear gathers her cubs. We're now going to do the tigress gathers her cubs. So we're going to take one hand, raise it up, palm outward, raise it across, and now it comes back, palm to the belly. The reason the palm is outward as you gather the cubs and toward the body as you bring them in is we're trying not to skewer the babies with our claws, but just the back of our paws. Now we're going to do the other side. And we can do it both sides. So in case you didn't have enough of gathering of youngins, we now have a new movement we can do. We're now going to sync the chi. We're going to do a few more breathing exercises. This time we're going to bring our hands up in prayer position and rise up as we inhale and have them gently float down as we exhale. This is sometimes called the arrow. Now, if we raise one foot off the floor as we do it, it's called the phoenix rises. But we don't want to fall down. We're going to do the other side now. And not fall down. As Adam Potts says, it's okay to wobble, so I don't feel bad. And now we're going to do catch the sparrow's tail. So we had a phoenix, now we're going to have a sparrow. So we're going first, hold the moon. Now we're going to do 4 different movements all together as one. So we're going to do each of the parts and then we'll put them together. So we're going to step out and ward off. So it's a little bit like part the wild horse's mane, but it's not. It's the hands moving parallel to the ground that's moving away. So that's ward off. The second part is pull back. So the hands start at around shoulder level and arc toward the ground. This is yielding. The third part is press. So we put our palms together, and as we lunge forward, we press our hands together. Get back in position, press. Now we separate our hands, roll back, and we're going to push the mountain, just as we did earlier in class. Now we're going to put those 4 movements together in catch the sparrow's tail. So we ward off, we pull back, we press, and we push. To coordinate the breath, we inhale as we roll back, exhale as we ward off, inhale as we pull back, exhale as we press, inhale as we roll back, and exhale as we push. Do that all together one more time. Ward off, pull back, press, and push. We're now going to go to the other side, do the same thing. So we start each of the 4 parts, we ward off 3 times. Now we're going to pull back 3 times. So in the martial art, these are 4, they call them energies, but it's more like forces. This is redirecting our opponent's force. We're now going to press. So we lunge, but the hands are pressing against each other, creating a strong, like a wall that we're pushing against an opponent. And finally, we push. So let's put those all together. First, we ward off. Then we roll back. Then we press. And then we push. We inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Ward off. Pull back. Press. And push. Now we're going to sync the chi. We have time to do a few more exercises that are demonstrating the transfer of weight. First one we're going to do is what's sometimes called Tai Chi walking. This one I'm going to teach more like Dr. Paul Lamb does in his videos. So we're going to start by just bringing our hands to our back, so our arms are not going to be involved in this. But we're going to try to take a step forward with, say, this leg. First thing we do is transfer the weight to the standing leg. We bring the foot out, put the heel down gently, put the toe down gently, and now transfer the weight forward. And the way he teaches this, he actually does a twist step. So we're going to rock back, turn the torso sideways just a little bit so that the toe moves like 15 or 20 degrees. And now we come forward, land in a center step. Now we're going to go to the next step. So we transfer the weight to the standing leg, raise the other foot, bring it out, put the heel down, the toe down, transfer the weight forward, transfer the weight back. Now we're going to lift the toe, turn the torso the other way, and come forward. So if you ever take a class in Tai Chi forms, like the 24 Yang style form, which is the most popular in the world, that's the way you step. But this way of understanding how to take a step, making sure your foot is stable before you transfer the weight, is critical for every kind of Tai Chi form, movement, or step. Okay, we're now going to do a Tai Chi punch using that step. So we're going to bring our hands to our waist. We're going to step out with this leg, put the heel down, the toe down, and now transfer the weight as we punch and come back. Bring the foot back. Now the other foot goes out. Heel down, toe down, transfer the weight as we punch. We're going to do that for 2 more punches. So if any of you have taken boxing classes, this is not the way you normally engage in a fist fight. But it's a way of making a punch a relaxing movement. Let's do one more. I think I'm all punched out at that point. Now we're going to widen our stance, and we're going to do a Qigong movement that is from the 8 pieces of brocade. It's the archer. We start by crossing the wrists, and now we're going to imagine that we have a bow, and we're going to pull back on the bow and shoot an arrow. I'm actually going to do a little squat as we do the aiming and shooting. And we inhale as we come up, exhale as we aim and shoot. The 8 pieces of brocade is a very old Qigong set of movements, but it was originally designed as warm-up exercises for soldiers before doing maneuvers. So you can see the martial aspect of those exercises. Let's do one more arrow, and I think we're ready to do our centering exercise. We're going to bring our feet closer together, still shoulder width apart. Bring our hands to our midline. And now as we inhale, we're going to raise one hand all the way up and then slowly, slowly down in front. Again, trying to breathe from the diaphragm. So we inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Trying to be just here in the moment, not thinking about anything except how our body is feeling right now. And we're going to take a big breath. Come slowly, slowly down in front. And now we're going to check our breathing as we did in the beginning. We're going to bring our hands to our lower abdomen. We're going to inhale and exhale. You might want to close your eyes and imagine yourself a bamboo tree in a gentle breeze. Feel how the air gently moves you from side to side, how your weight shifts on your feet. You can think about how your body is feeling. Is it warmer or colder than when we started? Do you feel any fewer or more aches and pains? The older I get, the more aches and pains I start out the day with, but usually they go away as the day wears on. And gentle movement helps them go away. Now we're going to open our eyes. We're going to take a big breath. Come slowly down in front. And I want to thank you for participating in that Tai Chi Qigong flow. We're now going to do a few cool down exercises, which help delineate the end of class. But when you do other exercises, you need a cool down so that the muscles can get more to a normal temperature. We haven't done that kind of vigor, so it's not as necessary, but having a mental break between in class and out of class is often useful. And these exercises can be helpful. The first one we're going to do is spinal cord breathing. It's a combination of the cat and dog or cat and cow from yoga, a crunch, and a deep breath. So we're going to inhale and bring our shoulder blades together as the arms go back, arching our back. And as we exhale, we're going to crunch. We're going to round the back forward and do a little crunch with our pelvic muscles. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Take a loud exhale as you come in. Let's do a couple more. Inhale and exhale. One more. Now we're going to do Dr. Paul Lamb's 3 cool-down exercises from the Tai Chi for Health Institute. The first is a tapping of the thighs. We've done a lot of squatting in class, and this helps blood circulation in these big muscles. I like the tapping so much that I do it everywhere. I can use blood circulation in my body. Okay. The second cool down exercise from Dr. Paul Lamb is a modification of progressive relaxation. We're going to inhale and tense all the muscles we can without pain, and then exhale, relax those muscles. So we're going to inhale and tense. Exhale, relax. Inhale and tense. Exhale, relax. Inhale and tense. Exhale, relax. So that helps you see the difference between tension and relaxation. And the final cool down exercise is that big breath. We're going to inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, they slowly come down in front. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. So again, thank you for participating in this class. I'm going to stop the recording. You can unmute, ask any questions, or make any comments.